Hey friends, welcome back to Runaway Trains. Drake and Nick, I'm Joe. We've got a special day here because what is this, guys? Tell me.
Train. It's a mystery box.
Mystery box.
Mystery boxes of trains. Now, a friend of a friend donated some stuff. We don't even know what's in here, but they donated it for our channel so we could check it out. And we're here today, Drake and Nick. We're going to open it up and see what it is together. Oh, wow.
Looks like vintage trains.
It looks like O-scale stuff.
Like vintage Lionel.
Maybe some toy trains in there. Look, it's like a barn. And it's a metal barn.
And it's a little bit dusty.
Look at an old Burlington Route gondola.
These
That's
look like, these are toy trains, huh?
An old...
Do you see like a stamp or anything on them? Do you know what these are?
No, it's just... don't see anything.
But this is a pretty old flat car for wood.
Oh, there's something on the bottom here. Let's check that out. What does this say? Lionel Corporation Electric Toy Trains, New York. And it has the old cloth insulated wiring. So would these trains be Lionel? If you guys know, please leave us a comment. They are certainly like the toy trains. And Nick's pulling out a bunch of the old Lionel
This is
tracks.
like the vintage Lionel track, because it's like tubes instead of like what you see nowadays.
What do we usually use with our Lionels?
We normally use like the fast track.
Fast track. That's like the snap together track with the plastic.
Looks
ballast.
like we have a Southern Pacific Lines tender, but no engine.
Turn it upside down. Let's take a look at that. Does it say anything on the bottom there?
This is MAR Toys.
Can I tilt it a little bit better for the light? Made in the United States. MAR or MAR Toys. Okay.
Looks like a rail crossing thing.
Here we have another of these metal New York Central Line Kenosha. Oh, there's a stamp on the bottom. I can't read what it says. It says Germany.
More track. I'm just gonna separate the track.
Rockford. It looks like maybe it's like a house, or maybe it's an M for Markland. I don't know. If you guys know, please let us know. We're learning, you know. We're still trying to figure it out. Oh my gosh, look at this. These are old lead. These must be the old lead.
Also, I found something else.
Okay, we're gonna get to that in a second, Drake. There's a box of these molded metal animals, and it looked like these might be those old lead characters.
We might need to wash our hands after.
Yeah. It's like turkeys and barn animals. It must go with that farmhouse over there, right? Right, guys? Maybe we can splay all this out in a few minutes. But look what Drake just pulled out of
New
there.
York Central.
Man, and that thing is heavy, man. That's like die cast heavy. I mean, they must have enough metal in there to build another Brooklyn Bridge. New York Central Lines.
Also, here's another coach.
32, 38, NYC, and HR. On the bottom here, Germany, DRP, a patent applied for. Wow, this is great. And look how the old school light bulb on there just popping out on there. And Drake, you got another one of these.
Mail car.
A mail car. And the door opens up on that too. Look at that. New York Central Lines. Wow, this is cool. Oh man, I'm just thinking like Christmas time under the tree. You know what I'm talking about, guys? All-Star Toy Transformer.
Yeah.
Sears and Roebuck.
It has the plug.
And it's got the old school two-prong. You know, no ground on that, folks. Don't be in your bare feet on a bare floor in the basement when you're operating this. And, I see more of this cloth insulated wire. Nick is showing me here 1 dozen steel pin for O-gauge tracks. So that must be the pins that go in between the rails to hold them all together. I just want to pull this out.
Track in there.
that must be like a terminal track, I assume, you know. We don't have this kind of stuff. This is all new to us. Like I said, Drake, what is it called? Fast track?
We run the more modern fast track Lionels.
This, I'm just going to set that right there. That, to me, what a piece that is. That's so cool. Now, you guys got to leave us comments. Let us know what the stuff is here. We got a whole other box underneath here. So, Nick, if you want to set that down on the floor there. And Drake, man, it's like somebody's birthday today. Look at this stuff.
No, I'm just kidding.
How about we move all the track into this box and just transfer it all?
It's just track, telephone pole.
Oh, look at that old school. Look at, does it have glass insulators on the top? Look at that. No, that's what it reminds me of.
More track.
Look at this. Like, I'm looking at these edges, and man, this stuff is sharp. I just can't imagine kids playing with this, you know, in the 50s or 60s or whatever it is. You know, I bet there was a lot of cuts happening at home around these things. And look at this. Oh man,
that goes
nice.
together, actually.
Yeah, this has like the bricks on the bottom that are printed, and Drake has like the run up to the bridge that kind of comes up, so it raises it up there. This little steel truss bridge.
And here's the one that goes down.
And so we got the whole thing, one for each side. Man, I want to put this together just to see what it looks like. I mean, I don't know if it would run.
Here's another telephone pole.
This is cool. I could see us using this at our Runaway Trains pop-up markets, and you know, having these as like stands to display like jewelry and, you know, some of our merch, like the buttons and things that we sell.
Is this a defect detector or something?
That looks like this might be a gas pump for a gas station. And it's just missing the pumps that go on the side.
And I also found like a bunch of bridge risers.
We have some track. What do they call these? Piers to raise the track so it goes up.
Pretty cool. That's everything, I think.
Look at this thing, man.
Oh, and you cannot forget about the other power pack.
This is like something out of like Thomas Edison's laboratory. Look at the old school terminals on there. Let me see what it says. Jefferson Midget Toy Transformer, 75 watts. Jefferson Electric Company, Chicago. Man, patent applied for, made in the USA. 50 to 133 CY. And look, it's even got like a ceramic insulator there where the cloth covered wire comes out.
Also, I found some of those
track pins there, right, Drake?
Yep.
And look at these terminals, man. This is like old school stuff here. We got a sticker there. Can you read that? It's in German, man. It's in German. Or no, it says Underwriters Laboratory. I thought it said Underwriters. It's in English. It says Underwriters Laboratory. Wow. How does this work? Is that like a sliding thing on the top there? Oh, yeah. So they're like steps, you know, click, click, click through the steps there for the different speeds from stop up to fast. That's very cool. Man, where did this come from again, Nick? A friend of your mom's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, people have stuff lying around in their attic and just, you know, wherever. And it's just so cool to discover this stuff. And I'm looking over here, and look at this. This is like an old Christmas light bulb on this, right? With the actual terminals down the bottom. Man, this stuff would not fly these days with the safety for kids playing with this stuff and these.
Also, there's this cool U.S. Army plane.
It's like a McDonnell Douglas plane, man. Look at that thing.
That's pretty cool.
When these fly overhead, once in a while we hear this type of plane fly over during like Memorial Day, and they have all the Stukas and the warbirds.
That's what it looks like on the layout.
Man, look at this. And you can tell this is like lead because look how easy that is to bend those back into shape.
I think we should probably wash our hands after.
We're definitely going to have to wash our hands.
Guys. That's actually glass.
It says Germany on it. Look at
There's
that.
turkey.
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 And then what do you have over there, Nick?
The
Something.
bulb.
Yeah, those old bulbs, man. Definitely hang on to that. I want to see if I can use that to make one of my lamps out of it. Yeah, it looks like we got Santa's reindeer here. Man, this is going to be great at the holidays. Look at that. Drake, you want to help me take some more of this stuff out of here?
We got a pig.
Does it light up though? That's the question.
You know, probably if we apply some electricity, we could find out, but I wouldn't want to like plug it in. Maybe I could try using like a 9-volt battery or something.
Looks like a doghouse.
A little doghouse. Nick, why don't you get that barn that's down there, and we'll put that up here,
There a turkey.
and we'll set up some of these animals, man. This is just awesome. What a generous thing
Looks like a little Christmas tree.
for your friend to give these to us. You know,
Reindeer or caribou.
we get to share this with you guys out there. You know, do you guys have memories of the holidays and having these like old school model railroad scenes that maybe belong to your grandparents or your great grandparents? That I remember my grandmother used to have these like lead figures
That looks like a semaphore.
that were ice skaters. Looks like
It
a
will go up
semaphore.
and then drop down.
Yeah. Here's a two-legged mule right there.
Two-legged donkey.
Yeah, that's so cool. And there's just these old school trees. I mean, it looks like it's made out of sponge. You know, it's not even like synthetic. It looks like they cut sponge up and attached it to these little spindles here. How cool is that? And Nick, is there room over there for that barn? You wanna
No.
just maybe set that up. Put a couple of the turkeys and the oinkers over there with that, and then
Look, cows.
I could see being a young kid enjoying playing with this stuff. I know we're focusing on the barn animals and stuff, but you know the trains are just. This is so awesome.
This plane's pretty cool too.
I like the plane. Maybe we'll put that in our airport when we were thinking about doing an airport way down there on that end of the layout.
Whenever we get to that.
Whenever we get to that. I was calling this sponge, but I think what it is like a loofah, you know, like one of those loofah type sponges. Let's just get one final look at all that we have here. Some vintage toy trains. Look at that. 20th century. Rockford. Burlington route. Look at that guy in there. He's so cozy. We've got the mill train back there, and that's my favorite right there. Well, thank you guys for your donations here at the channel. If you guys have stuff you want to send us to review and to show off on the channel, we would love to do that. In our descriptions, there's always the P.O. box where you can send stuff, care of Runaway Trains. Thank you guys for watching Runaway Trains. We'll see you on the next run.